Beth Long here for Fox Sports Next with Jeremy Stoltz of Bear Report. We're outside Halas Hall up in Lake Forest, the Bears practice facility. Now, Bears practice is going on right now, but we're going to talk a little bit about some of the key matchups that we're going to see in Thursday night's game between the Bears and the Packers. First off, when I think Bears-Packers, I think Aaron Rodgers and Jay Cutler, two quarterbacks in the same division, just really always vying for that top spot in the division in the way of quarterbacks. Just how much do you think these two have improved from last year? Cutler's back, he's healthy. Aaron Rodgers, of course, had a successful year. And what is that matchup between the two going to look like on Thursday night?
Well, I think that's a huge matchup. I think both of these teams, even though they can run the ball, are going to be forced to throw the ball. So you have a couple of quarterbacks who are going to have to take over in this game. With Aaron Rodgers, you have the former MVP who's looked as good this preseason and regular season so far in one game as he did last year. He still has all those weapons at wide receiver. With Jay Cutler, you have the same quarterback, but like you said, he's healthy, and now he has a couple of really good wide receivers to throw to, something he hasn't had since he's been in Chicago. So he has the ability, with all these new weapons around him, to actually take that next step and maybe reach that level that Aaron Rodgers has already reached. The key to this game, as far as how those two are going to do, is going to be the running game. Can Cedric Benson get yards on the ground for the Packers, and can Matt Forte get yards on the ground for the Bears? Because if either one of those offense gets one-dimensional, that's going to make it very easy for the defense to sit back and stop that passing game.
One key for the Bears certainly is containing Clay Matthews if they want to get that running game going. Just what is in the game plan for the Bears to contain him, and who do you think is going to step up and make that a little bit easier on the Bears offense?
Well, you have J'Marcus Webb on the left side and Dave Carimi on the right side. Carimi's still returning from a knee injury and isn't 100% yet, but he looked okay in that first game. A bigger issue is J'Marcus Webb, who has had issues with speed rushers like Clay Matthews before and can easily get beat around the edge, and he is going to have to do well and keep Jay Cutler's blind side protected. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day for that offense, because if Cutler's going down, he's not going to have time to throw, and that makes him rush some throws, and you're trying to saw some of that in week one, what can happen when he has to rush throws. So getting his blind side protected is going to be key, and I think that Mike Tice might actually use some backs and some tight ends to chip and help J'Marcus Webb in that effort.
I know that we talked a little bit about one more key matchup that you think will really come to prominence in this game. Who is that?
Well, I think you have to look at Tim Jennings, and you have to look at the cornerbacks on the Bears squad. Right now, Charles Tillman, we're unsure if he's going to play with a shin injury, and that's a big loss for the Bears because he is their best cover corner. So if Tillman can't go, then that means that Tim Jennings, Kelvin Hayden, those guys are going to need to step up and attack this Green Bay Packers passing offense, because they do have 4 wide receivers that can beat you on any play.
We'll make sure you stay on Fox Sports Next and Bear Report and Packer Report as we lead up to Thursday night's game.